The Office Australia. Is this new spin on a classic worth your time? The show sticks to the mockumentary format we all know and love from the original UK and US versions. This time, it's set in a packaging company in suburban Australia with the familiar quirky office dynamics we've come to expect. The new boss is a middle-aged woman navigating the struggles of remote work and the changing landscape of a modern workplace. Let's talk characters. Hannah Howard, the boss, is clearly written to mirror Michael Scott. While it's evident that they're trying to capture that same clueless charm, Hannah often feels like a carbon copy rather than a unique character. She shares the same well-intentioned but misguided attempts to connect with her employees, and it can sometimes come off as forced. Although her antics create some funny moments, I found myself wishing for a bit more originality in her character. I really wasn't a fan of the receptionist Lizzie. I found her to be the most unconvincing character in the show. There were moments when I was just waiting for her scenes to be over. Her delivery felt off, and it didn't quite mesh with the rest of the cast. But one of the standout performances for me was Johnny Bruff, who you might recognize from What We Do in the Shadows. He was particularly funny, bringing that same dry, quirky humor that just works so well in this kind of mockumentary format. His timing and delivery really added to some of the best moments in the show. I had trouble not constantly comparing it to The Office US. As someone who watches the US version all the time, it's basically my comfort show. It was hard not to notice the differences. While it brings its own unique charm, it was tough for me to stop making those comparisons in my head. It's always hard for any adaptation to escape the shadow of its predecessors, and it definitely borrows heavily from what worked in the past. Now, I know the humor has been a hot topic, and while I didn't find it amazing, I don't think it's as terrible as some people are saying either. There were definitely moments where the jokes fell flat, and I wasn't laughing as much as I expected, but there were still a few chuckle-worthy scenes sprinkled throughout. One thing I wasn't a fan of was how the show focused on getting everyone to come back to the office. It hit a little too close to home, especially since that's something that so many people are struggling with in real life right now. For me, it felt almost uncomfortable because of how real it is. I've personally been affected by this, and seeing this pressure to return to an office environment, it definitely struck a nerve. Overall, though, The Office is a solid start. While it has a few highs and lows, I'm holding out hope for its future. After all, The Office US had a rocky start in its first season, but it eventually found its footing and became a beloved classic. I'm curious to see how the characters develop and whether the humor will hit the mark moving forward. This season gets a thumbs down, but I hope if it gets renewed for season 2 that they can change my mind. Let me know in the comments if you've seen The Office Australia and what you thought of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews.